The Red Pill community, a community that was supposed to embody what it means to be a man, what it means to pick up girls, what it means to have a stable nuclear family. Now that all the players have come full circle and have really shown who they are, I think we can all say that the Red Pill is a sham. And currently, the Red Pill is dying.
I'm not gonna let a girl look at my phone.
Why?
Because I'm gonna have other girls in there.
Initially, when it was introduced, it really was trying to set itself up as a place to offer a different perspective from the woke ideology that is going on in the West.
I believe a man has a duty to stand up and be a real man. I believe that the problem with the world today that we are facing is that not enough men are sticking to the age-old ways of masculinity.
We have actors such as Sneeko, Fresh and Fit, Just Pearly Things, MLD, Rolo, and much more trying to empower the men of Western society as they become more and more depressed about not having meaning in their lives. I can be honest when I say initially I thought there was a lot of value on what some of these people were saying. Initially, we had Sneeko going and doing interviews with random people, questioning them about things that is going on in Western society socially, and trying to provide a very nuanced perspective.
White lives matter.
White lives?
No, not in the slightest.
Yes, they tried to censor the truth.
We had people like Just Pearly Things who wanted to kind of step out of the woke feminist agenda, showing her friends stuff from Jordan Peterson, especially back in the day, and also trying to find a very nuanced perspective on what it means to be in a relationship and what it means to be a high value woman, as I say.
Women don't have barriers?
Women, yeah. What's
We have
stopping
no
you? You can do
barriers.
whatever you want.
I
stopping
can
you?
or you can?
What's stopping you?
They started off from humble backgrounds, trying to shed light on an ongoing issue in their personal opinion regarding wokeism. I mean, to be fair, that is the definition of what it means to be red pill. It all comes from that Matrix movie when Neo had the decision to choose a blue pill or a red pill, to step out of the Matrix or stay in it. And the idea for red pill is getting out of the Matrix, stepping out of the status quo. But in reality, the truth of the matter, that's not what's going on. Sure, you have plenty of these conspiracy theories, all these people who think that the world government is after every single one of you.
They are also putting in motherboards. This way they can track you and your mother.
But in reality, what is going on is that there's just a bunch of people who couldn't fit into society, so they made or tried to force themselves into a new group because they wanted to feel special. They wanted this new group to complain about society, complain about things not going their way, complain about all the aspects of modern Western society that they keep on getting wrong. Whether it means, I don't know, getting wealthy on their own in a normal corporate job, whether it means staying fit and handsome, whether it means picking up women, whether it means staying in a stable relationship. Very normal things, but if you're red pill, you stepped out of that. You stepped out of the status quo. You're bigger, you're better, you're more special than all of that. If I can't assimilate with what's going on in society, that means society is at fault, not me. And that's why they flock to their Lord and Savior Jesus, Andrew Tate himself. They literally embody this guy as the second coming of Jesus Christ, if we're being completely honest.
It didn't cross your mind at some point that permanently sucking on this vape was going to damage you in some way? You deserve what happens to your dumb ass. Breathe air. You don't need a vape.
And I didn't make a mistake when I almost said Jesus, because that's how they see him. Andrew Tate, a person who's going through a lot of legal trouble at the moment, embodies everything that they want out of a red pill god. He's handsome, he's tall, tattoos, fit, rich, has a lot of money, has the swagger, has the confidence, used to fight, used to beat up people. He is the epitome of what all these loser red pill guys and women, it seems, want out of a red pill man. Of course they're gonna follow Andrew Tate. He embodies everything that they want to be. So any advice he gives, any slogan he says, any speech he makes, they're going to eat it up because it's coming from a very particular, very unique, very special man that they themselves want to be. They themselves believe that Andrew Tate is Neo. Andrew Tate is out of the Matrix. But ladies and gentlemen, what do we see now? Their Lord and Savior has fallen down to earth. Andrew Tate has a slew of legal problems going on. Whether or not he's innocent, whether or not he's guilty, I don't really care. One thing I do know is the epitome of what is getting owned by the legal system right now. Is getting put in his place a little bit right now. Now, I'm not trying to villainize Andrew Tate. I do think some of the things that he embodies is very questionable. I do think that some very important tips regarding men is valuable. Be strong, be healthy, work out, trying to gain your own individual wealth. But at the same time, the idea of having multiple wives, multiple girlfriends, and having a cam business doesn't seem the most noble thing, if I think so myself. I don't know. Maybe Neo probably wouldn't want something like that to be associated to his name. I don't know, just a thought. Andrew Tate, in and himself, as an individual, is just a human, just a person. But people are trying to rise him up to this pedestal and using him as an example, using him as a shining light. What it shows is it shows a lack of integrity. And once the fallen angel is officially fallen, all things come out. All hell breaks loose. As we see from a number of actors in the red pill community falling apart piece by piece. We have people like Fresh and Fit, Myron, a racist. Yes, you can call a black man a racist.
Oh, motherfucker! Woo! Let's go! I'm gonna beat you. We destroy you, bitch ass niggas. Let's go! Let's go!
As you can see, this man is not afraid to say the N-word with a hard R. Not afraid to say a Chinese Asian man slur. Not afraid to say a homophobic slur. Not afraid to use the redneck monotone and wear a KKK looking hoodie and putting his arm up like he's a Nazi. Not afraid to do any of that. A lot of integrity there, ladies and gentlemen. Then we got someone like Sneeko. Someone who used to be a cuck who let his girlfriend get
It was literally like this far away from me.
Can you? What?
So, twice, yeah.
Hold on. Wait, how
Two
close
times.
was it?
We were on the same bed. I was with his girl. He was with my girl.
You
like
was
right
on
here.
the bed?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
someone who had a known sex rant on his own stream that probably helped get him banned from multiple platforms. It didn't help that he also had Nick Fuentes, a known racist, on his stream constantly. And then of course, as of recently, it seemed like Sneeko was getting better. His values were becoming a lot more solid, even though he wants to have multiple wives. I guess, I don't really care, but having Myron on your stream, another racist, saying racist slurs, putting on a KKK hoodie and raising his arm like he's a Nazi. In the same stream, you also have Nick Fuentes, really shows the lack of character that you thought you were preaching the entire time. Then we got Pearl. I actually like Pearl. I actually think Pearl's kind of pretty. Pearl is also diving headfirst into the rabbit hole of racist and stupid takes. She's also another person who associated herself with Nick Fuentes, having her on stream and making takes that she knows nothing about. And also relatively recently, she said that women shouldn't vote.
I don't think women should vote. Huh? I don't think women should vote.
I get it. Feminism and wokeism are annoying. It can be infuriating. I understand. But you went from one extreme to another trying to take rights from all women. How does that help? How does that fix society? But it doesn't end there, ladies and gentlemen. We got a couple more actors to talk about. MLD, a known fraud, a known scammer, a known women hater.
I don't want a traumatized woman in my life. I don't want any history of trauma. I've dealt with those kind of fucking nutbags, and I don't ever want to deal with it ever again. I want to deal with a normal mentally stable, healthy woman.
He got exposed by Abba and Preach, and it really just tells you a man giving advice about women and hating on women is a man who gets no play. He went to Asia and still gets no play. Dude is pathetic. And last but not least, the father of the red pill himself, a man who couldn't even define what it means to be red pill initially.
What is the red pill? As you know, it's hard. If it means being cut away from an old system that is false to being true, then yeah, I guess I can sort of understand.
Matter of fact, he didn't even want the family to be established. He advised young men to get vasectomies. Wow. Wow. It was so bad that he was getting disowned left and right as the father of the red pill. Ladies and gentlemen, these are actors, popular actors of red pill, representing red pill, and they're all falling to pieces. When everything you're about or shown you are about is associated with a very frail ideology that is red pill, once things start falling to pieces, it really does start crumbling down. With Andrew Tate, with Fresh and Fit, with Just Pearly things. I mean, it's no different. I know you're gonna hate this. It's no different from the woke ideology you hate so much. A frail ideology. Then once things start coming to pieces, everything starts crumbling down. You are two sides of the same coin. And right now we got red pillars fighting among themselves, trying to figure out what actually do we believe in. Like I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, there are sentiments of the red pill to gain something from. That's how you hook, line, and sinker all these desperate dudes on the internet, trying to be a better version of yourself, trying to earn more money, complaining about the fact that you get no game and it's the women's fault. And some in part is the woman's fault, because some women out there are crazy. But to act like that is the status quo, I mean, you're really not setting yourself up for success when you do that. And the idols that you have in front of you are all pathetic. Where are you really going towards in life if the ideology, if the actors that inspire you are all no integrity, pathetic scammers? When we have a situation where you're so adamantly opposed to the other side, and the people that are getting inspired by you is pushing you to the extreme more and more, and the opposite side is also pushing you away more and more, this is what happens. We end up with situations where the red pill are saying women shouldn't vote, borderline trying to incentivize cheating, polygamy, incentivize running a trafficking ring, trying to defend their Lord and Savior. When you have situations like trying to say that kids can transition as soon as possible, having drag strippers dance in front of kids, both extremes, both push to an ridiculous side of the aisle. All I'm gonna say in reference to this is that the red pill as of right now is complete and utter nonsense. They're no different from the conspiracy theorists. They have no real value in what they're saying, and don't just buy into something just because your life is pathetic. There is advice there, but just because someone says one good thing doesn't make everything the gospel. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and make sure to check out my podcast, Purple Political Breakdown, where I have very nuanced conversations, discussions on my streams, and drop an episode every Monday, 8 a.m. Feel free to check it out. Let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed. Y'all have a good one. Take care, and peace.
This way they can track you and your mother.